Right, so we're going to be looking at using some tools. We're going to be actually doing a demo so that you get an idea as to how you need to use tools which you can incorporate in your teaching and which will facilitate the blended learning and the flipped classroom approach. So we'll start with Google Slides. This is a very handy tool. You can, in fact, it works like a PPT, and you can create slides, you can insert videos, you can assign tasks to groups or individual learners, and you can also invite them to edit. So you can have your instructions, you can have your tasks and their responses to your instructions or to your assignment in the same slide and in the same PPT, and you can also save it as a PPT, and in fact it's always there in your drive. So the moment you share the link with your students or you send it to their email IDs, they are free to edit it, and whatever they do will be visible to you at your end. So that's Google Slides, and now we'll have a look. I'll walk you through Google Slides and how you can actually design part of your lesson on Google Slides.
We will be looking at a demo in which we will learn to use Google Slides for an academic purpose. You can create a lesson or part of a lesson and incorporate it in your classroom teaching or for a flipped classroom approach. So with this, firstly, we need to log in to our Gmail account. So you will need to, so you need to go to this section in your, I'm already logged in, so I'll need to go to this section which indicates the apps and go to Drive. In Google Drive, you need to click on New and then go to Google Slides. Now this will open a blank presentation. So I've taken a topic from geoscience, so I will type the title of the presentation, what is earth science, and I can choose any template that I like from the right hand side. So I've chosen this one and I'm going to copy paste my title. We can also add a subtitle if we want to. So my first slide is ready. Now for my second slide, I want my students to watch a video and I want them to do a collaborative task. So for watching a video, I'll click on Insert and then go to Videos. Now you can either copy paste the URL or the link if you remember it, or you can key in the keywords if you remember. Now I have keyed in my keywords or even the title of the video. So I've got this video which I want to insert and I've double clicked. Now this video is now on my slide. I can position it the way I want to, increase or decrease its size. Let's see what happens when I click on this video. So you can see that it has started playing. There's a full screen option as well, right? So we'll pause it. So this video has now appeared. Now if you see, there's a text box adjacent to the video. Now I would like to give some instructions to my students as they watch the video. So here I type my instruction. Watch the video and trace the major areas of study covered by earth science. So what I'm doing is I am giving my students a reason to watch the video, a purpose. An observation task should always have a purpose. Now, like in a regular PPT, I can increase or decrease the font size. So I will increase it to make it a little more prominent, and then I'll go on more, and there's the toolbar here. So I will make it bold so that my students can see it better. So my first two slides are ready. Now I want to do this in the form of a group task. So I'll add a few more slides, a slide for each group, and you need to have created the groups beforehand in your classroom, in your class, so that and you ought to have named them too. So here go my groups. So I have group 1 here. Oh, and where's group 1? Okay, I have group 1, group 2, and then I have group 3, right? And here we go with group 4. So one slide for each group. And there's a text box here where I can give my instructions to the group as to what I want my students to do. So I will type, take up, I want them to take up any one area of study that the video covers and prepare a 5-minute presentation, and any one area of study under earth science. So I will just restructure my instructions under earth science and prepare a 5-minute presentation, and I would like them to pay special attention to some points which I'm now going to mention. So the first thing is, why does it interest you, and how does it, that is the area you have chosen, impact the future of the earth? And I'm going to ask them to mention their topic in the space given below. So basically these are just prompts to set them thinking. Now I'm going to copy paste the same thing in all 4 slides for all 4 groups. Right, so we're done here. Now at this point, I can save this. I can, if I go to the download option, it allows me to download this creation as a PDF document, or in these many formats, whichever format I wish to save it in. Right, so at this point, though I don't want to save it, I would like to share it. Now when I click on share, it asks me to enter names or email addresses. So I'm going to just pretend to send it to a student, and this is my other email ID, and where I'm going to mail it to, and we can also add other people. Now here you can add a note of instruction. So watch this video for your upcoming lecture this Wednesday, something like that, lecture on earth science this Wednesday, right? And here you need to click on can edit. So you are basically allowing your students to edit the video. You can also add more email IDs, and if you click on this, you get a shareable link. Now here again, you need to go to this arrow and you need to click on the first option. You need to activate the first option which says anyone with the link can edit, right? Now you copy the link, and there are several ways. When you click this send button, you are anyways sending it on the email IDs which you have entered in that space. Or the other option is that you share the link with your students. We were going to see what it looks like from the learner's perspective. Now, if you remember, I already showed you what it looks like by copy pasting the link. Now, in case you want to access it in your drive, you go to these apps, you click on Drive, and then you click on Recent. Now, when you click on Recent, this is what we created, right? So I open this, and I don't have to save it separately. It gets saved as it is created on Google Drive. That's the best part of Google Slides, right? So we saw last time, yeah. So this is the shareable link, and I've copied it. You can WhatsApp it to your students, or you can, and then you need to click on done as well, or you can give it to them. You can write it on the blackboard for them. Now what we'll do is we will go incognito and see if it works, right? So this is the link, and yes, this is the slide, and it has these are the slides, and they have opened. Now you can, now this is from the learner's perspective. Now when the learner clicks on this, yeah, there goes the video. So the learner can do a full screen and watch the video, right? And now here learners can either respond, there could be one representative who responds on behalf of the group. So for example, I am the learner and this is my response, right? This is group 1's response, and now group 2 is responding. Remember, we're doing all this in the incognito window. So these two groups have responded. Now let's go back to my window and see if this is visible. Yeah, so do you see the responses are visible in my drive? So I know exactly how many groups have viewed the activity and what are they planning to do. So this was all about using Google Slides and incorporating it to work towards a blended learning approach.